What if I told you that nothing that happens to you is random? That even the simple fact that this video appeared in front of your eyes is already a sign that something bigger is about to unfold. Sounds controversial, I know. But think about it. How many times have you ignored little signs only to realize later that they were trying to guide you? Life doesn't speak in words, it speaks in vibrations. And only those who are ready can understand this language. The truth is, most people live on autopilot, believing everything is just luck or bad luck. But what few realize is that there's an invisible force rearranging the pieces of the game. An energy that responds to every thought, every emotion, every intention. The name we give it doesn't matter, but the effect is undeniable. When you connect to the quantum frequency, coincidences multiply and the impossible starts to happen. And you've probably felt this before. Suddenly a song, a phrase, a meeting, or even a dream. All of it seems to bring answers you didn't even know you needed. This isn't cheap magic, it's the science of consciousness in action. And the reward for those who learn to listen is crystal clear. More clarity, more power of choice, more alignment with what truly matters. The universe doesn't send random messages, it sends invitations. And this video is one of them. Have you ever clicked on a video by chance and felt like the message was crafted just for you? That kind of experience is never coincidence. When the mind and the heart align, the universe finds ways to deliver exactly what you need to hear. It's as if an invisible intelligence is orchestrating encounters, words, and signs to catch your attention. This alignment is what many call the quantum frequency, a force that connects inner desires with outer responses. Many people go through life thinking everything is random, but those who awaken know better. There is no such thing as chance. Every event carries information, every meeting holds a message, and when you're open, those signs become crystal clear. Repeated numbers on a clock, a phrase on a billboard, even a song on the radio can become an answer. The world doesn't change. Your perception does. Once you're tuned into this frequency, it's fascinating how this awareness often arises in times of inner search. When someone begins questioning the meaning of life or craving deep transformation, the field answers with intensity. Suddenly, books show up, the right people appear, videos like this one land in front of you. That happens because the inner self sends out a silent request and the outer world responds. The quantum frequency acts as a bridge between thought and manifestation, between intention and reality. Think about the moment you decide to take care of your health. Magically, invitations to exercise appear, friends mention nutrition, and even wellness content pops up in your feed. That's not random. It's the power of focus drawing resources closer. That's how the field works. It rearranges the pieces around you to match your choice. And the more committed your decision, the clearer the signs become. But here's the catch. Not everyone pays attention. Many brush off these nudges as simple coincidences. Yet those who understand know that every detail might be a push from the universe. This attitude is what separates those who just watch life happen from those who learn to co-create reality. The quantum frequency is not passive. It requires presence, sensitivity, and openness. Only then can you recognize when the field is speaking directly to you. And once this listening deepens, something begins to change forever. You start to feel you're not alone, that there's an invisible order guiding your steps. It's the first awakening to a new way of living, where the world stops looking like chaos and starts to feel like a language. And if this is only the beginning, imagine what happens when the signs multiply and prove without a doubt that you're ready for the next level. There comes a time in life when everything around you starts sending signals that you no longer belong where you are. Suddenly, shallow conversations feel meaningless. Noisy environments drain you, and even TV shows or songs seem empty. It's as if your soul has shifted frequency without asking permission. This shift is one of the clearest signs that you've already tuned into the quantum frequency and are prepared for something greater. Another undeniable sign is the increase of synchronicities. Those so-called coincidences start repeating themselves insistently. You think of someone and they call. You long for an answer, and it shows up in a book or even in a stranger's words. These events reveal that your expanded awareness is communicating with the field. The quantum frequency opens portals between the invisible and the visible, guiding you step by step. You also begin to feel an insatiable hunger for deeper knowledge. Distractions no longer satisfy. There's a strong urge to explore the mind, energy, and the meaning of life. That's when you start seeking transformational books, powerful lectures, and practices that nourish the soul. This inner drive is proof that your vibration has already risen, pulling in information that strengthens your journey. It's a hunger only truth can feed. Another powerful indication is the spontaneous desire to leave old habits behind. No one tells you to, but an inner voice pushes for change. Addictions, toxic patterns, and choices that once felt normal now feel heavy. It's as if something inside whispers, "This no longer serves you." The quantum frequency acts as a filter, pushing away what drains your energy and bringing closer what fuels your growth. It's a natural but profound process, and as this frequency takes hold, relationships transform as well. People who vibrate in disharmony start drifting away, sometimes suddenly. At the same time, new, more aligned connections emerge. At first it may feel like loss, but it's really liberation. Just like changing a radio station, you can't keep listening to the static of the old when tuned into the clear music of your new vibration. Perhaps the most revealing sign is the deep desire to contribute, a longing not just to receive, but to give something meaningful to the world. Life stops being about mere survival and starts being about service, teaching, healing, or inspiring. This call doesn't come from the rational mind but from the awakened soul. And when that feeling takes root, it means you're ready to access an even greater force, the power of conscious intention. When someone realizes they are not just a physical body but an energetic field in constant motion, everything shifts. Thoughts don't stay locked in the mind. They vibrate, spread, and resonate. That's why clarity of intention is so powerful. Every genuine desire, when aligned with emotion, creates waves that move through invisible dimensions and return as circumstances. This is the natural flow of the quantum frequency at work. Intention functions like an invisible GPS. If your destination is clear, the field begins to arrange the path. But if the signals you send are mixed with doubt and fear, it's like giving contradictory routes to the device. The result is delay or blockage. The more aligned your vibration is between thought and emotion, the faster reality responds. It's like tuning a radio. When the frequency is precise, the music flows without interference. Visualization is one of the most effective tools in this process. It's not enough to just dream. You must feel the future as if it's already unfolding. Imagine someone wanting a new career. If they only think about it, nothing changes. But when they start seeing themselves living that reality, feeling the emotions of success and taking concrete steps, the field reorganizes. The quantum frequency translates vibration into opportunity, opening doors once invisible. Daily practice strengthens this power. Writing affirmations, meditating with focus on the heart, or keeping a gratitude journal are simple yet powerful ways to calibrate energy. These exercises aren't meaningless rituals. They work because they shift the vibration you emit. The more coherence between feeling and intention, the clearer the message you send to the universe. And the universe always responds to clarity, never to confusion. But here's the detail that separates those who wish from those who create. You must become what you ask for. If you seek abundance, act as if you're already abundant. If you want love, vibrate as someone who already feels loved. This coherence is the secret many overlook. The field doesn't respond to words but to the vibration you sustain. The quantum frequency amplifies exactly who you are in the present moment. And when this understanding settles in, something irreversible begins. The world stops feeling rigid, because every choice shows reality can be molded. It's like pulling back a curtain and discovering hidden doors you never knew existed. This sense of creative power is only the prelude to something even greater. The revelation that you can collapse entire realities and completely change the course of your life. Reality isn't as solid as it looks. What you see around you is just one of the infinite possibilities that could manifest. Each thought, each emotion, and each choice acts like a key, opening doors to different experiences. When someone vibrates consciously, they learn how to choose which of those doors to walk through. That's when the quantum frequency becomes a practical tool, allowing you to collapse realities and shape the future. It's as if the universe were a massive tree with infinite branches. At every moment, you're deciding which branch to follow. If your choices are guided by fear, you end up repeating cycles of scarcity and frustration. But if your vibration is grounded in trust, gratitude, and clarity, new paths reveal themselves. The quantum leap isn't about jumping into the impossible. It's about aligning with a version of reality that was always waiting in potential. Think about someone who decides to move to a new city for a fresh start. While they hesitate, nothing happens. But the moment they begin to prepare, researching options, visualizing the new home, feeling the change is real, opportunities emerge. A job appears, a house becomes available, someone offers support. This isn't luck. It's the consequence of collapsing the desired reality. The quantum frequency responds to aligned action. The most fascinating part is that this process doesn't demand huge effort, but consistency. Small daily gestures accumulate energy that reshapes the field. Reading a few minutes a day, practicing conscious breathing, cultivating gratitude before sleep, all of these are vibrational seeds planted in the fertile soil of the quantum field, and well-nurtured seeds inevitably turn into visible results. It's also essential to understand that the field doesn't respond to haste. Anxiety is like digging up the soil every day to check if the plant has grown. It only delays the process. The secret lies in trust. When you stay steady, even when circumstances seem contrary, the field rearranges everything behind the scenes. This invisible part of the journey is where true faith is required. The quantum frequency demands emotional discipline, because only then can vibration remain stable. And when this discipline takes root, something extraordinary happens. Life stops being a chain of reactions and becomes an act of conscious creation. Destiny no longer feels like an unavoidable weight, but like an open canvas in constant transformation. It's at this point that a human being discovers their true role as co-creator of existence. And if that already feels powerful, what comes next reveals the full magnitude of the leap that is about to unfold. There comes a point when understanding concepts is no longer enough. Action is required. Life doesn't transform through theory, but through consistent practice. The quantum leap happens when you stop waiting for signs and start living as if the new reality is already here. Every gesture, every thought, every word becomes a brick in the construction of your future. The quantum frequency amplifies this posture, multiplying opportunities for those who dare to take the first step. It's natural to feel fear in this process. After all, leaving behind the familiar requires courage. But fear is only a reminder that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Great transformations are never born from stillness. Think of an airplane. It only takes off by facing the resistance of the air. In the same way, those seeking to evolve must face inner forces that try to keep them in place, persist, and the takeoff happens, with a vision that expands beyond limits. Maintaining daily rituals is essential to anchor this change. meditating upon waking, writing down intentions, visualizing goals already achieved. These habits work as stabilizers for your vibration. Even when nothing seems to happen, these small acts feed the field and prepare the ground. It's like watering a plant. Transformation isn't immediate, but it's inevitable. The quantum frequency is strengthened not by speed, but by constancy. Another crucial step is choosing the right environments and people to share energy with. Dissonant frequencies drain vitality and blur intentions, while aligned connections reinforce and accelerate the process. Selecting carefully who you spend time with is as important as choosing what to think about. It's a spiritual filter that keeps your signal clean. And this filter becomes indispensable when the goal is to live on higher levels of consciousness. Perhaps the greatest key of all is surrender. After aligning thought, emotion, and action, you must trust the invisible. Absolute control doesn't exist, and trying to force outcomes only creates anxiety. Surrender is not giving up, but recognizing that the universe has a higher intelligence. When you trust this order, the path unfolds in ways you never imagined. The quantum frequency becomes a silent guide, leading each step with precision. So the quantum leap isn't a distant event, but a continuous process. It begins the moment you decide to change, grows stronger with each daily practice, and solidifies when trust becomes unshakable. Life stops feeling like a cage and turns into a journey. And each time you open yourself to this movement, you discover that the next level isn't just a promise, but a reality waiting to manifest right in front of you. Now that you've realized nothing happens by chance, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you treat it as just another video, or will you finally take responsibility for creating your own reality? Remember, every thought you nurture, every emotion you feed is already shaping tomorrow. The quantum frequency never sleeps. It constantly responds to what you're putting out. Pause for a moment and reflect. How many opportunities have already knocked on your door that you didn't recognize because you were distracted? How many signs has the universe sent that were ignored out of fear, doubt, or disbelief? This is the moment to rewrite that story. There is no better time than now to align your energy, sharpen your intention, and take the first step toward the quantum level that's waiting for you. Here's my invitation. Share in the comments what signs you've been noticing recently. Maybe it's a repeating number, a dream that keeps coming back, or a strange feeling that something bigger is happening. Your experience can inspire others who are also awakening. This exchange strengthens the field, creates connections, and multiplies the energy of everyone ready to evolve. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep following along. Here you'll always find tools, reflections, and insights to expand your consciousness and transform your life from the inside out. The universe has already given you the sign. Now the decision is yours.